Oh, I'm gonna look straight at the camera and answer this. Break up with them. If you are sitting alone with yourself after a date, contemplating life, contemplating that relationship, whatever it is, and you can say with every ounce of your being, yeah, we're just not in alignment. You know what that means? That means it's not your person. I hate to break it to you. It's not your person. And that's a hard pill to swallow because a lot of people aren't really ready to look there. But the moment they look there and trust themselves and trust the universe enough to know that if I say, see you later or goodbye to this person in a very loving, respectful way, after objectively looking at that it's not aligned, that when that door closes, that a new door, a better door is right around the corner, ready for you to open. People don't have that level of faith and trust, so they stay with someone that they know isn't their person.
Right.
And I mean, I've done this myself in relationships.
So have I.
Because it's honestly, and this is a big thing a lot of people don't talk about, a lot of relationships nowadays, especially at a certain age, right? You get a little bit more serious when you get older, oftentimes, for most. But especially in late teens, early 20s, a lot of your 20s, we date to distract. And if you're dating to distract, you're not dating in alignment. That's just how it is. And so when I look back, when I reflect, a lot of the dating I did in my early 20s was to distract myself from honestly doing the things that would align my own self with the highest version of myself. It's very convenient to date certain people, do certain habits, kind of develop this world, this ecosystem, this life that you know isn't what's best for yourself. And that's what a lot of people are in right now. What I feel as if a lot of our listeners are currently going through is that they've realized that. Many of them have made the steps to leave that old world and are now walking towards this new world of abundance, of alignment, of attracting like a magnet the right people, especially romantically, that are actually in alignment with the highest version of themselves. And so, long story short, to make that question very, very clear with a very solid answer, it would be, if you know that you were not aligned with that person, it's not your person. How would you feel? How did you feel about that when I said that?
I totally agree. And I think it's a hard thing to accept. I mean, especially when we have been, oh my gosh, flooded with so much messaging about, oh my God, the dating climate's so bad. And, you know, the people who were in relationships before dating apps got the last chopper out of Nam. You know, that's literally what people on Twitter saying. And that was kind of funny. The last chopper
like last chopper out of Vietnam, like you're stranded there now.
Yes.
Like one of the
that one
words.
really makes me laugh.
Yeah.
Every time I say it, and I'm just like, oh my God. But that's really the messaging, is that, you know, I see on Twitter just a week ago a story of this dude who has swiped like 1,000,000 times and has gone on like a couple hundred dates and had sex like once or twice. And these people are putting their dating miseries on Reddit, and we're being bombarded with stories to scare people, scare people. And it's not, and like we may think, oh, this is innocuous, or people just sharing their experiences, but like we're sharing our experiences, very positive experiences. And why aren't those going as viral as the Reddit troll who can't get a girlfriend, right? Like, we got to ask ourselves this. Why are we noticing and remembering the negative dating narratives more than the positive dating narratives?
Because it fits our current chosen reality. It is convenient to believe the dating world sucks. It's convenient to believe that the world won't be around in a few years because World War III may be starting soon.
Right.
So what's the point?
Right.
It's actually convenient for us to throw up the white flag and surrender and say, I give up. Then look in the mirror and do the work necessary to actually become aligned enough to the highest version of ourselves to attract everything we could ever possibly want.
Right.
That is why it's happening. And the masses, the collective, the 80% of humanity have chosen, the majority have chosen to agree to it being hard.
Right.
Right.
And if you believe it's hard, it is.
It will be.
I mean, it's literally, you are speaking, like we say all the time, like you have to believe it to see it. Most people get this backwards, but you need to believe something in order to see it in front of your eyeballs, because that's how the brain works. The reticular activating system, it will give you what it knows you believe, because the brain is processing so many pieces of information every second of the day that it needs to sort out and filter things in order to keep us conscious and able to have this conversation, keep us focused. So the beliefs that we have dictate what we see. So if we're going to tell ourselves these stories about dating is so hard, and oh my God, the Reddit troll, he couldn't find a girlfriend, and oh my gosh, the incels, and oh my gosh, men are terrible, and we're going to tell ourselves all these stories, guess what we're going to see? We're going to see confirmation of our beliefs in front of our eyes. And we're not going to see the opposite of our beliefs. We're not going to see the good. We're not going to see the positive relationships like the one we have right here on this couch. We're not going to see the most wholesome stories that would actually make you believe in love.